People talk about the secret Space Force, they talk about Antarctica Nazis, and they talk about Gary McKinnon.
Can you tell people who Gary McKinnon was?
So Gary McKinnon was this guy in the UK who was an IT worker who basically would spend his nights getting high.
You're crazy, man.
And trying to hack the Pentagon and NASA. And because he was an IT guy, he knew that most times if you go to a login page where the password is either blank or it's just password, using just that logic, he was able to essentially remotely access a lot of people's computers in NASA. And he came upon a folder of pictures. And these pictures were large cigar-shaped craft in outer space, like high-resolution pictures of these things. And they had like 2 geodesic domes on top and bottom of this cigar-shaped craft. And I'm sure many other similar pictures, right? But that was the one he specifically has mentioned publicly in a lot of places, right? And then he also found a spreadsheet of officer names, and these names were listed under a list that was titled non-terrestrial officers. So
meaning the officers themselves or officers of non-terrestrial stuff?
That could mean hardly anything, but the way I mean, it could mean a lot of things, right? But he literally was saying these are UFOs, and I don't know if there are governments or like reverse engineered or whatever, but when you combine that with non-terrestrial officers, what I think is secret Space Force.
Oh shit.
So someone like saw him in the act, and so that's how they found him, and so like instantly they were trying to get him to the US. I think he like was woken up in the middle of the night with like just surrounded by officers, you know, in the UK, but they couldn't bring him over here, right? So the UK government eventually saved him. They were just like, yeah, we think that because he has Asperger's, he would be a candidate for like offing himself, you know, so we don't want that to happen. He was doing this for possibly months. Right. Every night after he got off work, he'd get high and just go through NASA's file. There's a lot of leaps of logic there,
yeah,
but
there's Leaper 12.